Hi friends, it's Liz here. Thank you for joining me today. We will be making 3 different types of pockets slash tags in this video today, and they are all using up your book pages, which I know you all have. So let's get started. Okay, so today we will be making 3 separate styles of pockets. All these are made with book pages, and I love this project. So the idea is not mine. These are ideas that came from Patty's channel, Patricia Viramontes, and she makes these different types of tags and pockets, etc., with book pages, and I'm so in love with them. So I'm going to show you how to make 3 today. As you can see here, this one has so many pockets in the front, and it's in the shape of a tag. And so I've just added, different ephemera pieces that you can add, of course, to your little pocket. And then I've added one in the back. So I've just sort of taken inspiration from hers and just made mine a little different. So this one, as you can see, has 3 pockets. So we'll be making this one first, and then we have 2 more that I'm going to show you. Super easy, super fun to do, and I am sure you'll get these done in no time. I like the idea that, these can be kind of floating tags in your journals as well. And I just love that. So we'll start with the first one, and then I'm going to show you the other 2. Okay, super easy. This is just a book page that I have. It doesn't matter the size, and I'm going to tell you why that doesn't matter in a moment. But basically any sheet that you have would work. So just for purposes of the video and for you to know the size of my page, this book page is about 9 inches, almost 9 inches in length by about a little bit less than 6 inches in width. And basically what you would do with your book page, super easy. Fold it in half. Okay, that's your first step of that. You take the first top of the page and you fold that as far as you want. So for this particular one, I folded it to this length. You could go further if you wanted to, but I folded it to just, kind of halfway between the front there. And then you take your other part, your back page, and you fold that on top a little bit. So you can see how that looks there, right? So I'm just going to show you with a regular book page to let you know, again, what I'm doing. Okay, so we have our book page, right? You fold your book page, let me just do it this way. You fold your book page in half. And like I said, this is one of those projects that is so easy to do. If you have, digital paper, if you have leftover scraps of, scrapbook paper, etc., you could do it with any of that. Okay, so let's see if this is going to work how I wanted it to. Then here's where you fold over. So I could go so far if I want to go this far and just leave a little tuck spot. But I kind of like it to sort of look like I've gone halfway. So I'm considering this like one page that I'm folding over on top. And then you take your next part and I'm not sure what book page I'm using here. Remember, when you also grab your book page, if you're going to cover everything, keep that in mind. If your text is going to be red, keep that in mind. You don't want to have, certain text being read on that. So I'm going to go back to this one just so you can see it there. Okay, so what I did on this side, as you can see, is I've covered up the text on most of it, but that's the shape that you initially start with. Okay, the next step is to shape it like a tag, and I'm just going to even this out a little bit because I noticed that if I'm not leaning over the page, and because of how you clean up your edges of your pages, sometimes it's a bit uneven, but you can straighten that out if you want. I like to keep just sort of like a bag of tags, I call it. And I use this sort of as my samples for how I want to cut up my edges to make mine look like a tag. My pages look like tags, so you can see how I'm lining that up. This is sort of like my different templates of tag corners. Okay, so here we are with that. It's always a bit difficult when I'm filming and I'm trying to get straight edges and then not lean my head over the camera to see. but then that you also see what I'm doing. Okay, so there's that. Now you can see that it looks like a tag. Okay, and the next step to that is going to be just grabbing my drop sheet here, just gluing the pieces together to make the pocket. So if I start with, let me just move that over there. So here's my tag shape, right? So I want to glue this on top of my next part here. And then I want to glue this to the page. When we bend this over, now we have our little tuck spots. Isn't that adorable? And so of course this is what it looks like. So I went ahead and made my little hole at the top. I used a reinforcer for it. And then of course, as you can see, I added a pocket to the back, but you don't have to do that. You can just leave it like this. You can also decorate your tag. So as I did here, that I added a little bit of leftover bits of paper. I'm using paper here actually from Digital Collage Club and some of my designs as well that I have left over. So that's what you can see there. Isn't that adorable? Okay, so that's the first one that we made. Let's move on to the second one. Just going to put that back. So the second one is a little taller. Okay, this one's a bit bigger. It's a different design, and I'm going to show you again why. The way Patricia did these is, let me just pull all that out. You have a pocket here, a pocket here. Okay, and then you have a little tuck spot there. So I love that idea. Again, it's using one book page, and then you just use your designs. Again, like I said, for this whole project, I think I've used Digital Collage Club, my own design papers, and then of course some scrapbook paper that I had left over. Okay, so you can see how nice that looks. And I just love that it's got a nice large pocket in the front. You've got a tuck spot in the back, so you can add so much more to that. And of course, you know, so many little bits. Oh, by the way, she has these really cute designs in her shop. This is Digital Collage Club, all about handmade. I'm going to show you one here, like handmade with love and care. There's like a whole set of these. If you're making handmade projects, you can add a little tag, or this one that says do what makes you happy. I love those. This one happens to be from my digitals, like the days of the week and notes. These are from A Tattered Dream, and she has I like the green color. She has these in her shop. My Polaroid, my tags, and then of course Tim Holtz paper. So isn't it nice how this turns out with all the loaded pockets? Okay, so we're going to make this one, and I'm just going to show you what it looks like without anything on it. So this is the tag. So again, I'm opening it up. This is what it looks like when it's finished. I'm going to grab my paper. And usually, like I said, with your book pages, if you are not going to cover your text, make sure that you are okay with what it says. Because if you don't, it'll look kind of, it will be kind of funny. Okay, so for this particular one, because it's like the tall one, as you can see here, we start by folding a piece over on your page. Again, whatever book page that you have, whatever size, does not have to be perfect. Okay, so this is the first fold that you have on your page, and then you flip it over and you fold up. And you, again, this can go as far up as you want it to go. But I think, you know what, give me a second. I'm going to cut that off because I don't like the white edge on the top there. So I'm just cutting off the top because I don't want to see as much text. And so now I've made mine a little bit shorter, obviously. Because of the way that I am cutting my page now. And you can see here that that's your next fold. Okay, so that's 3 folds. So you open your page, you fold one piece over, you know, just to kind of line it up a little bit, flip it over, fold it back up, and now you've got your extra pocket. So the gluing here is just super easy again. So you've got these are the 2 spaces that we're folding, gluing. Okay, And then when this flips over, because this is going to be your pocket, there's that. Okay, so you can see that. And again, I'm going to take my tag, my template tag, and just make a little corner so that this is the best way that I find I can keep even corners for my tags. And also because I have a collection of different tags that I like, the lengths of the corners are different. So that, like, I'm just going to pull one out. This is just a tip for you. If you are constantly cutting out tags, it's nice to have, like, so this one here, as you can see, it's just different lengths. Okay, so here's that. Here's your cute little tag with, and I'll show you again, the pockets, the pocket. Oh, I forgot to close this one. Whoopsies, don't forget to glue this end. Some of you might have caught that and said, Liz, you forgot to glue something. Okay, so again, glue that down. Now that's your pocket. So we have our tuck on this, our tuck spot here, and then pocket and pocket. Isn't that adorable? Okay, so that was tag number 2, or project number 2 with the book pages. And again, you go ahead, if you want to, you can add the you punch your hole here. You don't have to, because it's always, you can always just add your lace to the top without having to punch a hole, and that still looks nice. I find that anyway. So okay, so that's number 2. Moving on to number 3. Where am I putting them? Put it right there. Okay, so this would be number 3, and I'm really loving this one as well. And I'm going to grab my sample one to show you. I have a sample one because I wanted to have it ready to show you how that goes. Okay, so, okay, back to our book page. Okay, so again, we'll flip it over to whatever side. You don't have to, but I'm just doing it here because I have already made the folds. Okay, so this is your page. You fold a little piece over. Okay, so that's folding just a little bit. Then you fold your page in half. Okay, there's my half fold. Open it up, and then either way that you grab it, you can go this way or this way, but I just folded a little, you fold a little tuck over, and then you get that pocket there. So again, just gonna do it so that you see, you can follow. So you have your page, you fold one side over. It doesn't matter which side, but I'm doing it on this side. You fold it in half, and then you grab any of the ends and then tuck it inside to make that pocket. Okay, so I'm sure you what this one looks like. All nice and finished. Just pulling out all my goodies. So there's your front pocket. There's your larger pocket. And then the back, you have another little tuck spot. Isn't that fabulous? I absolutely love what Patricia has done with these pockets. I love that you can use so many extra bits and pieces, and that you don't need a lot to make it. So I don't know if you need to see me make this one as well. I don't think you do, right? I've shown you. So again, I'll just do it one more time for those of you that want to see it. So again, your book page, fold a little spot in half. Oh yes, and I'm going to show you something else in a moment. You close it up, and then you tuck a little spot in. Okay, so I'm going to show you another one that I did. This one was made with a magazine page. This is from Daphne's Diary, I believe. And you can see how much larger it is. Okay, and it's because you don't really need to have a specific size of page to do it, but it still does the same work. Okay, and this one I didn't make it. It kind of looks like a tag shape, but I didn't really make it into a tag shape. I just sort of left it with the little corners, and I think it's just such a fabulous project. So thank you, Patricia. I love your book page projects. I will actually link her channel below if you haven't seen her. I am sure you have, to check out what she does with book pages. She's fabulous. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave me a thumbs up to let me know. Hit that notification bell and let me know what other kinds of projects you want to see on my channel. I'm currently editing and getting another tutorial ready for you. So I hope that you're enjoying this, and I will see you next time. Thanks so much for stopping by.